Welcome to the Whiskey Burn 2025. Did you have a good Christmas? Did you have a good New Year? Did you get any special whiskey gifts? Any special whiskies? If you did, comment below. We'll have a chat about those next week. This week, smoke it if you got it. So this week, smoke it if you got it. Basically, Christmas, New Year, you're going to get all sorts of gifts. And seeing as I'm really into my whiskey and my whiskey journey now, I really wanted some different kind of gifts. Okay, so there was a stocking fillers idea where you can get things like smokers, you can get things like little tasting notebooks, which I did get one. I know a lot of people were surprised that I didn't actually have one. And sort of basically, a good friend of mine called James turned up and he said, Happy Christmas, and bought me this little whiskey smoker. And to go along with it, a rum cask finish Jura. Looking forward to that one. I have opened it and had a bit, as you can see. Well, it was Christmas, wasn't it? So I'd like to know what you guys got for Christmas and what you liked, didn't like, and any little gifts that you got. So comment below. Apparently I've got to do this more in 2025. So comment below, like the video, and let me know what you got for Christmas. Some good whiskies. I also got an Arbor 14. That's next week. I'll be tasting that next week. So stay tuned for that one. So anyway, the Jura rum cask. I'm expecting fruits, bit of spice. It says here it's done in American white oak X bourbon barrel. So I'm expecting a bit of sweetness there as well. It does say smooth and creamy with layers of tropical fruit and gentle spice from some rum cask. So there we go. First one of 2025. Chuck a little bit in there. Did a bit of drinking over Christmas. So anyway. Definitely getting some red fruits in this one. A little bit of spice, a little bit. It's not got the biggest punch, you know. Smooth, quite creamy, and a finish. Not a bad finish, that. I'd say medium finish. That's nice though. So, as you can see, I have the whiskey smoker. Okay, so inside a whiskey smoker, let's get it out. We have one of these. They'll all vary in style, size, etc., etc., but they'll all look similar to this. You simply pop it on, and you can see how big you could have a glass, quite big. Pop it on the burner, and then under this little bit of padding, we have different types of wood chips. We have pear wood chip, we have pecan wood chips, we have oak wood chips, and we have apple wood chips. So, which one to pick? I think, well, apple's in my hand. So, simply, as you can see, if I can show you it, it's basically tiny little bit of wood chips. What it says on the tin. Literally. So, take a little handful. You could use a spoon for this, really. And you stick them in the top of the burner. Go for a bit more. There we go. Let's stick you in there. Oh, you're probably going to make a little bit of a mess, but meh. If you use a spoon, it should be alright. I'm just using fingertips. There we go. Perfect. Put it back in it. So, ready to go. Burner should come with your kit. Otherwise, you'll have to buy one of these because a match won't really do it. So, get it going and simply smoke away. You can see smoke coming off it, but hopefully you can see smoke going in. It looks quite pretty. It looks quite neat. So if you're having a party and people say, oh yeah, I want to have some whiskey, do you mind? You can say, not at all. I've got a great little trick. Get this out. And if you can see it, smoke has gone down into the glass Yes, the smoke has made its way around the room, but it has gone into the glass. So, what I find is, leave it for a bit, maybe go back to it. I can smell the wood burn in the air. So that should really be going down into the glass rather than up. But yeah. So what I can smell there is wood. When I started it, it smelled more like had a bit of a sweetness to it. So it's quite hard to see, but there is smoke in the glass. Not loads, but there is some smoke in the glass. So once you think you're finished and you go, right, I'm done with that, take it off. Be careful because you've just got the wood chips there, and some of the smoke will infuse with your whiskey. Give it a bit to air as well, because otherwise you're just going to get the burnt wood. I get the tiniest smell of apple. And how crazy is that? So, I can taste the smoke, if that makes sense. It's sort of, the smoke is another layer on top of your whiskey. And the smoke has gone, the smell. So you know when you burn wood and you get a smell from the wood, it's burning wood, you get that. But when you get the layer of the smoke, when you take a little sip, it does make a big difference. And there it is. It's weird. Once you've swallowed it, it's like the smoke comes after it. That really does make a difference. So it's quite simple. That's it. Be careful with your burnt bits of wood because, yeah, well, you know, you don't want that. I'm going to try and add a little bit more. Just going to give it a try and see how we get on. So let's take out the bit that's in there. I can't even take the lid off. Okay, so take this out. There we go. See, there's some in there that hasn't even burnt, which means I clearly put too much on. So I'm going to put a small bit in. Just a small bit. 1 pinch. Let's try that. 1 pinch. There we go. It'll burn out because you can see there. Look, you can see there. There's some there. Hasn't even burnt. So maybe I put too much in. Therefore, that's why the smoke's going up. So let's try again. Here we go. Quick burn. 3, 2, 1. More smoke's going under. So it does work. It does work. I mean, it's trial and error of these things. You've got to keep giving it a try. It's like your whiskey. Keep trying different sorts and you'll find one that you really like. I can smell more apple. I won't lie. I can smell more apple now on that. Give it a bit. It's gone a bit hazy. Give it a bit and then let it settle because you want it to infuse with your whiskey. So I probably rushed the first one. Put too much in and rushed it a bit. This isn't a how-to. This is like everything. It's a case of trial and error. You buy a really expensive whiskey, you try it, you don't like it. Well, trial and error. Big error. Okay, for the purpose of this, we'll take it off. Give it a bit of an air, because you need to give it a bit of air. Apple. Perfect. So the key to this is don't put loads in. I put a pinch in. First one I put, I think, 3 pinches in. And as you can see, I've still got some there that aren't even burnt, that aren't sort of even scorched. Definite apple. That whole kind of sweetness of an apple there. And that tastes absolutely fantastic. So there you go. A little Christmas present for me. A whiskey smoker. Why not try it yourself or even get one? They're probably in the sale. It doesn't have to be something big, something fancy. As long as you get one of these, you get some wood chips, you get a burner. That's all you need. You can buy wood chips. They're so cheap to buy from any kind of shop that sells these, even online. But, you know, the whole kind of jazzing it up into a fancy whiskey kit, doesn't matter. Not really, because all that matters is the wood chips, the top here and a burner. That's all you need. And trial and error. Give it a try. Watch the smoke go down. Watch how it works. And obviously try it. If you tried it and you weren't sure, comment below. If you've tried it and you love it, let me know. Let me know if I did something wrong. Let me know if you've got a better way of doing it than this. So, there you go. The Jura Rum Cask Finish Edition. Really nice. Really nice. Definitely worth having some of that. And the smoker kit. Really good. They're not overly expensive. So there you go. That's the Whiskey Burn. First one done, 2025. Next week, it's the tasting of the Arbor 14. And I used a different glass this week because it wouldn't fit in the small one. If they're the only glasses you've got, you might have to get a bigger glass for your whiskey if you're using a smoker. Anyway, enjoy your whiskey, and I'll catch you next week. Sláinte.